Hi crafty friends, I am so excited to finally be able to film my flip through video of my brand new Graphic 45 Adventure Awaits mini album. I love how this album turned out. Now this album was designed as a mini album kit pre-cut that is available for sale on my website. It is almost completely sold out for the pre-orders, and then once I finish those kits, I will take additional pre-orders for more kits. But if you already have the paper collection, you can purchase the tutorial, which I will also have available for sale. This is a wooden cover that I have laser cut. It is flexible here. This is breakable though, so you have to be very careful with it and make sure that you don't pull it or bump it. That is also linked in the description box below if you are interested in purchasing the cover to make this album or even a different album. I will have this listed with these score lines if you want the wood grain look, or without the score lines in case you want to use this album and decorate it with more of the paper instead of having that wood grain look. Now this album has 4 top-loading pocket pages. Because the wood, this is MDF wood, it is 1/8 of an inch thick. The spine here, this spine piece is actually only 2 inches, but whenever it is up like this, the spine is 2.5 inches. The pages inside the album are 5 3/4 by 7 3/4. So this album, because of the hinge, is hard to tell you a dimension this direction, but it is 8-inch cover, 7 3/4 inch pages. I kept my cover pretty simple. I just used this main picture here and I layered up some of the ephemera pieces, and I put a couple of the ephemera pieces on the spine and left the back completely plain. Now this wood that I'm using here is not this dark. It is actually this color here. This is the box that I'm actually going to be making to match the album, so the album fits perfectly inside. It is not part of the kit. It is already available for sale on my website. I will link it below as well. This is what the color of the wood started with, and then I used distress ink. I used my walnut stain color, and I distressed all of the edges to give it that look. So just something to be aware of. If you are going to purchase the cover, it is very light in color. Now this album uses the 12 by 12 collection pad in the ephemera pack and my wooden cover. If you purchase the kit, everything will be included. If you purchase the tutorial, there are no instructions for making the cover. It expects that you do use my wooden cover. So if you are going to be building this album without the wooden cover, you will have to figure out an alternative method for the cover design. On the inside front pocket here, I have a photo mat. Now I do have extra papers, so if you are not purchasing the box to put the album inside of, you have lots of papers left over that you could actually decorate your larger photo mats as well. I decided to add the journaling card here, that way if you wanted to put, like if this is for a trip that you took, you could put details here for the whole entire album. Then these do flip up, and if you are making this album, you already have photos and you want a full 4x6 photo, you would just take these papers out and you wouldn't put those in, so you could just place your photo right there and you'd have extra papers that you could use for other projects or make additional photo mats. This does have some magnetic closure, so here's the first one, and it opens up, room for 2 wallet-sized photos here and on the back side, and then this is room for a 4 by 5.5 photo or a 4 by 4 photo. Now I added acetate pages. There's only 4 of them on the fronts of the pages, and I used the cards here so you could see what's behind it, but the idea was you could also put things there if you choose. And then the spot here is designed for you to place a photo, and then you could place photos here on this part of the page. I'm not going to pull out all of the photo mats, but they all look the same. So there's a photo mat just with a strip of the paper on the top for each one. Those will be cut in the kit, and there's instructions in the tutorial. But like I mentioned before, if you wanted to cover these completely with paper, there are sheets left over that you could cut. You'd have to cut all of those papers, but I chose to save my papers for the box instead of the photo mats, because these are designed to just put photos on or to journal on, so the paper would be mostly covered anyway. Now for the back side of the page, this is a closure piece, but before I take it off of the page, it's also a pocket, and it does have a little photo mat in here for some photos. And then this whole piece slides off the page. It's got this little piece on the back. I will have a YouTube short video showing you how to make this. There are written instructions in the tutorial, but if you just aren't quite sure and you need to see something, I do have a very quick video to show that. These two flaps open up, and we've got room for a photo here and room for a photo down here. And then on the center of the page, we've got two belly bands, room for a wallet-sized photo on the back of this one. And then I did this with two wallet-sized photos and a 4x6 photo here. So you've got lots of space there to place all of your photos. I didn't count how many photos this album holds. I typically do before I film the flip through, but I actually forgot to do that. I'd estimate between 50 and 60. That's usually how many photos my albums tend to hold. This one is a little bit more complicated in terms of design than some of my other mini album kits. Not that it's a difficult album to make, it's just a little bit more complex, and you'll have to take your time. Now on page 2, I also have another video showing you how to make this feature here. This is a waterfall. Now I've taken and I've added my magnet here because when you flip the page, these do lift up a little bit, and I wanted to try to keep them down. But this also acts as a swing tab so that when you, this definitely needs to go behind there. So when you go to pull this, it will flip correctly. And then for these, I'm gonna flip this in here so you can actually place photos here too. I did not add decorative paper there just because if you're placing a photo, there's not a need. And then for a lot of people, they also place photos on the fronts of their flaps. Personally, I like to see the decorative paper. So if I'm going to be using an album like this, I would be placing my photos on the upper flaps and then leaving the pretty papers so that I could see those. And then you could also place a photo down here on this one if you wanted to. Now, one thing about this design is this piece here, there's chipboard under the half of this piece that's right here to raise it up, but there's just the ephemera piece here. I can't remember if it's the ephemera or the paper, but you want this to be flat because it has to be flat so that this doesn't raise up. And whenever you see, when I first had the page, this was tucked between my waterfall flaps, so I just need to make sure that it's tucked behind there. This actually opens. Let me close this, and then this whole entire page flips out. So we've got a photo here, and then we've got this piece, and then we've got a journaling card here. I've got a little piece that is just tucked there, so you've got the journaling. And then you could place a photo here where you could see another photo. Or this is open, so you could actually place a photo here on top of this. If you didn't want to see this card and you wanted more photo space, you could do that too. So there's lots of options for how you would place your photos on this page. And then I'm just going to swing this closed and make sure it's behind my waterfall. And then in the pocket on the page, I've got a photo mat for a full-size photo. This is all open, so the photo will tuck behind it. And then we've got a smaller photo and a journaling card on the back side. Again, another large photo mat is in that upper pocket, but I'm not going to pull it out. Now for the back side of the page, we've got another swing tab. This one doesn't have any chipboard. It's very thin because the page itself is pretty thin. It opens up. We've got two photo spots here and a larger photo spot here. Anything that is over top the photo mat areas is open for the photo to slide behind. Now this closes, and then this page opens up. So up at the top, we've got a swing tab here that will open this flap, and then this will open up again for another photo spot. And then those is here. And then on the center of the page, or on the base of the page, we have another photo mat that I've got a journaling card and a photo spot and a larger photo spot here. And you can place this in either orientation, however you choose. On the front of page 3, we have a magnetic closure, and it opens up, room for smaller photo here. This is a full-size wallet photo here. And then this one here, this piece, I'm going to pull it up like this. So you do have the opportunity to tuck a photo under here if you want to. This one is on top of my acetate, as are these 3 pieces. I've got some double-sided tape on top of the card though, so these pieces are hiding that double-sided tape. Because I wanted it to be in the center, I wasn't able to adhere it to anything. And so once I flip this up, on the back side I have room for a 4x4 photo, and then on the base of the page I have room for a larger photo here. There is another photo mat in the top loading page. Then for the back side of the page, we have another magnetic closure. I have this where it flips up and it will sit here. So it's like an easel card that will sit. You can journal here or you can add a photo. It's kind of hard to show you in the actual video, but it looks kind of cute just sitting up. But then when you put it down, it actually folds open again. So we've got a photo area here, and it opens again for 2 more photo spots. Then on the back of the page, there is a large belly band with a photo mat with a 4x6 and a 4x4 photo area. On the front of page 4, we have another one of those layered swing tabs. So this has 2 layers of chipboard here and nothing here. That way it's raised to the same height. This will swing out this way. This is actually open. So the frame is open if you wanted to slide a little photo here, or if you just like the scene, you could leave it blank. Then we've got our journaling card here, and then we've got spots for photos in the centerpiece. Then this will close here, and this, there's a magnet here. This opens this direction for 4x4 photos, opens this direction for another 4x4 photo. And then here we have our acetate page. It flips this direction. It is open, so you could place a photo there if you wanted to, instead of having that pretty journaling card front. And then you journal on back, and we've got a larger photo area here. On the back side of the page, we've got this little flap here that's magnetized. Flips open, room for 2 photo spots here. And there's a small pocket with 2 wallet size photos. And then on the base of the page, there is a pocket with a photo mat. This one I chose not to have the journaling card facing up, but you could if you wanted to. I just thought it looked pretty with that dark green paper. And then we have room for a full-size photo there. On the back cover, we have a similar design as the front cover. We have one of the journaling cards with a photo spot on the back side. More room for journaling here. I just think the journaling cards are so pretty, and I wanted to be able to see this part too. And I thought it matched this part of the paper really well. Then we've got a full-size photo here, here, and here, and then space here to do whatever you want if you wanted to add more photos. And then this just holds those 2 flaps closed. So this is my brand new Graphic 45 Adventure Awaits mini album. Like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, this is available as a pre-cut kit. It will also be available as a tutorial if you already have your papers. The cover is available lined or unlined. The storage box is available, and this storage box is really cool. It's not put together completely, so it will come apart, but this actually comes down like this, and the album will slide right inside of there. One thing to think about if you do purchase the storage box, this album fits perfectly inside of there. You cannot heavily embellish the cover or it will not fit. And also you cannot have this album packed full. It will flex, the hinge will allow that, but if it goes like this, it will not fit in the box either. So you have to be careful. I was actually planning on making some wooden embellishment pieces instead of chipboard for this album and using it, but I didn't want it to get too thick, so it didn't fit into that box, and I didn't want it to get too thick where it didn't fit the cover. So I chose only to use the Graphic 45 ephemera. But I do actually have an entire line of chipboard pieces that I made to match the collection. So I will have these listed available for sale as well. So we've got things like fish and sailboats and little oars. I've got a little tree. I've got lots of different sets. I've got a set with all these, just the trees themselves. Here's a set with the mountain, the rowboat, and the fish. And then I also have several different title pieces that I made. I'm going to be making some 12 by 12 layouts with this collection as well, so I will definitely be using these for that. But these would work in here. I just decided not to add chipboard into it. You could, if you want more embellishments, you could add the chipboard pieces, and it won't add nearly as much bulk as the MDF pieces would. So I will link the chipboard sets that match also down in the description box for sale. Just know that I did not use any of them in my album. So if you are making this exactly how I made it, you do not need to purchase those to make this album. One final thing, I absolutely adore this album, and I always go back and forth whether or not I'm going to keep an album or if I'm going to list it for sale. I think I'm going to be listing this one for sale, even though I love looking at it. I don't think I have enough photos to put in an album like this, so I don't know that I want to hold on to it. But I have thought about it just because I could just sit and look at this album probably forever. Like I just think it's adorable, and I love this paper collection. So this is going to be a one-of-a-kind, only one available album. I'm going to link it in the description box below. And like some of my other albums, I will list it, and if it doesn't sell, I will eventually use it for myself. So if this is something that you want, completely finished and ready for your photos, go ahead and grab this now while it lasts. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment below. And remember, all those links are available for you if you want to make your own. Thank you so much for watching, and happy crafting!